everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you a few of the books that I've really enjoyed that I've read recently. I'm going to make this quite a quick video. Usually I kind of talk on and on for quite a while, but I just wanted to share some snappy reviews of some recent reads. So I've got 6 books in front of me that I'd like to have a quick chat about. I'm going to start off with the books that I've read and then we're going to get onto the ones I'm currently reading. So let's start with this one. So this was very kindly sent to me for review, so thank you so much to HQ. But this is Amika George's Make It Happen: How to Be an Activist. Amika, if you don't know about her, is a fantastic woman who is only 20 years old. Incredible. But at 17 she started the Free Periods campaign from her bedroom, which as we know was in the end a huge success. I have so much respect for them. I was just so excited to receive this and just to kind of drink in all of her lovely concepts and the way that she looks at being an activist. I just found really interesting. In this she does actually touch on the Free Periods campaign quite a bit, talking about the origins behind it and when she started to like rally up people and how that kind of obviously represents a lot of what being an activist is about, that allyship. I think it's great if you're interested, if maybe you're a little bit younger and you're really interested in activism and kind of how you can take part and how it represents how you're represented. I absolutely would recommend this. It's super accessible, which I think is why I liked it so much. If you see this, definitely pick it up. If you want a good non-fiction read, which who doesn't? I'm going to stick on non-fiction because I read Make It Happen before I read this book and they're very different. They have like kind of opposite ideals, you'll see what I mean, but I just love the kind of juxtaposition between the two. This I was so excited to receive. This is How to Do Nothing: Resisting the Attention Economy by Jenny Odell. I was very kindly sent this, so thank you so much to the publishers. First of all, absolutely gorgeous cover. If you know me at all in real life, or possibly from just the way I am in videos, I don't know how to be relaxed. I don't know how to calm down. I don't know how not to be doing something at every opportunity, because it's been drilled into me since I was a kid that the only way to be successful and to be happy is to be constantly working and helping and on the go. Relaxing, not a thing. Self-care, don't know her. So this is a bitter pill to swallow, but my god, I'm so glad that I read it because I felt so much better about myself. It is quite academic, I will say. Jenny Odell teaches at Stanford University, so it is that kind of level of writing, but it was definitely accessible and really easy to read and ingest. I just want to read you the like opening lines because if this sounds like the kind of thing you're interested in, this perfectly sums up what this book is about. So, surviving usefulness. Nothing is harder to do than nothing. In a world where our value is determined by our productivity, many of us find our every last minute captured, optimised or appropriated as financial resource by the technologies we use daily. We submit our free time to numerical evaluation, interact with algorithmic versions of each other and build and maintain personal brands. It really taps into the kind of guilt and shame behind having time to do nothing and time to be lazy and how that is fine, how it's like systemically ingrained in us from a very early age to be that way. Yeah, a lot of people are talking about this at the moment and it absolutely deserves all the hype. It's absolutely brilliant and I would recommend it to anyone, but especially people like me who can't relax. Okay, let's talk fiction. Let's talk about this because my god, it's taken me a long time to read this. So I read this not that long ago. I was in quite a big reading slump for a while. So I went to like Tesco and was like, I'm gonna buy a crime thriller that jumps out to me. I went with this and I read it in the same night because that's always the case with me. If you're looking for a fast-paced like summer crime thriller and you haven't read this yet, I would absolutely recommend it because it just pulls you in and you can't say no. Essentially what this is about is a wedding. There is the build-up before the wedding, there is the wedding, there is something serious happens, and then the aftermath. I'm not going to go into the plot too much because I'm sure you know the kind of book that this already is, but it's set on like a remote Irish island. It's creepy, there's drama, there's cheating, there's so much going on. If you do need kind of your really good commercial crime for the summer, then I would definitely read this, give it a go. And I'm going to get The Hunting Party because if it's as good as this, then I'll be very pleased. Something that I've read quite recently really stuck out to me. So this is Here Comes the Miracle, which is published by W&N. Thank you so much for sending me my copy. This was out on the 25th of February, so it's a very new release. This is quite a difficult one for me to talk about. If you like Max Porter's work, especially Grief is a Thing with Feathers, then I think this is exactly the kind of book that you will really enjoy. It has that lyricism, it's beautifully and tragically poetic in a way that really kind of sweeps you up in the narrative and can really affect you emotionally. Essentially there is a character called Joe. The story revolves around him and his family, and he is at one point diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. Reading this came at a very difficult time for me. I'm not going to go into it, but it made it quite a tricky read. But the way in which the characters react, that desperation for the miracle, yeah, it hit me in the feels, if people still say that. Nothing feels like over gratuitous. It's honest, it's raw, it's just beautiful. Yeah, I really would recommend it. Thank you again to W&N for sending me this. I'm very grateful, thank you. I'm just going to briefly go over these two books. So this is His Only Wife, which was very kindly sent to me by One World. Just a gorgeous cover, thank you so much for this copy. This is great. I'm not super far in, I'm only sort of like 60-70 pages in, but I already love everything about this. It follows the character of Afi, who lives in Ghana and is suddenly thrown into this huge, tumultuous, arranged marriage, and we see kind of her life from there. It's very funny, it has a real genuine humour to it that I really enjoy. This chonker of a book, as you can see, I'm almost finished. I've got one part left. This is How to Save a Life by Eva Carter. So this is published by Mantle, and I've been a part of a buddy read for the last week or so reading this book. We've been reading it in parts. It's been super fun. I'm kind of tempted to finish it today. This spans, it starts on New Year's Eve at the millennium, so 1999, and spans all the way into the late 2000s with 3 characters. Just before midnight strikes on the millennium, Joel collapses and goes into cardiac arrest, and because Kerry and Tim are CPR trained, they try and help, but everything is not as it seems. It is twisty, it is turny, it is very funny, it's very nostalgic. I was born in the mid-90s, so like it's super nostalgic for me. It's also set in Brighton, which is my favourite place in the world, so yeah, just wins all round, but I will go into a little bit more detail once I finished it, but watch out for that one. And yeah, that's all I have to talk to you about today. Bit of a quicker video. I will go through all the books that I have been reading, but I just wanted to give you some excellent recommendations to kind of get you through the next few months. Yeah, as always, if you have any suggestions for me, leave them down below, and I shall see you in my next video. Bye!